Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Niche. My name is Erose and we're currently in early access version 0.5.0 and so far in our tribe we only have one male because Adam and Eve have passed away and had tons and tons of precious little baby girls and only one little baby boy. So now he is going to become, I guess, the prince of the tribe, the king of the tribe. And I did notice, as you can see over here, that there are new gem colors. Oh my goodness, there's new gem colors. That is so cute. All right, so there's green, orange, blue, and then there is pink, yellow, and so I guess pink and yellow. So that is really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and give Kirk a very special color right there. We'll give him some pink, and then let's go ahead and give him some blue too. He's now the prince, and then he has picked two princesses to become his potential mates. And the reason we have picked these two is because Kirk has B and G immunity. So I wanted to pick a female that did not have either B or G immunity. And the only two sisters that he has is precious little baby Lolo. She has A and home island immunity. And then also precious little baby Annie, who has A and home island immunity as well. We might go ahead and play around with some of the immunities because I know like B and G, I know that there's some that have A and G, so we could potentially, like, let's go ahead and give them maybe their pink, just one pink, so we could potentially try to breed with them and hope that they didn't both get double G immunity. And then B and home, we could potentially breed. Let's go ahead and give them one, and then B in home again, potentially, and then A and G potentially. I guess maybe they're all like potentially. I guess we'll all give them like one little pink one because we want them to feel special too, because they are the heiress of Adam and Eve. So A and G, give you a little pink one too. Don't want to leave you out. And then Rosie is being home, so potentially we can mate with all of them. You might go ahead and test it out maybe and see, but the best two are going to be little Annie and little Lolo, I believe, right? Lolo, yeah, because they have completely different immunities, so they will for sure not have any sickly creatures. So Kirk is going to be very excited. He's now kind of like the prince of the tribe, so he's gonna go over here and breed with right here, and then Lolo is going to have her first baby, so she's gonna go ahead and go in that nest and kind of dig around, make sure it's nice and safe. And then Annie has also heard that she is going to be one of the princesses of the tribe, so she's going to come over here to her mate as well and breed with him too, but she won't be able to have her baby until the next turn. So now everyone else is going to go ahead and do some berry collecting and also do the exploration. We're on a mission to explore all these different islands, and then if we get another male, we will have that male be able to breed with females that he's able to breed with too. So Kirk, you might be not only be the only male, but we'll see. It doesn't look like we are going to end up finding any males on this island though, so gonna have to think about that and think about what we're going to do for this family. We can go ahead and attempt to collect nuts too. There we go. Oh, awesome. And yeah, so doesn't look like there's any other creatures, any other niche things on this island. And we might decide to go to a new island pretty soon. So we have our choice of picking this island or maybe this island. And they both look like they're going to be flowering islands. So who knows? I don't know which one is going to be the best island to go to, but we might go ahead and think about doing that soon too. Let's go ahead and have Manny come over here. And let's go ahead and see the very first baby between the second generation, between Kirk and Lolo, and see what their baby is going to have. And we can also take a look at their mutations menu too. So Lolo has good eyesight, and Kirk, he also has the good eyesight too. So we don't really need to worry about that with at least these two. And then, so do we have nimble fingers now. We have nimble fingers. So we can go ahead and pop nimble fingers in the mutation menu. And let's see, anything else that we want to put in for her? Does she have any other bad qualities? I mean, she has everything is pretty good. She does have a little bit of normal fertility, which could be good to have high fertility in both. You could potentially like play around with the patterns too if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and pick her second mutation slot if you feel like it. Derp snout, medium body, crippled paw. We don't want any of those. We could try to go for like violet eyes. Ooh, wouldn't that be so pretty? And then pattern. Maybe we'll do a pattern one. Maybe we'll see what that is all about. And we can try for like pattern color. We can try to go for white fur, or like try to bring up the Dalmatians again. I'm not. Oh my gosh, decisions, choices. They're too hard. They're just too hard. I don't know what to do. White horns, brown horns, tiny dots, beige pattern, black pattern, white pattern. Let's see. She is like lightly colored. And I really like the look of Eve. I really like the black, like the Dalmatian, like the black and white. So maybe we will try to go ahead and go for that. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and do white fur or dots. What does she have? Okay, this is hard. I'm really hard at making decisions. So right now she has black pattern and beige pattern, and she has white fur and black fur. All right, so she already does have white and black fur. And then for the patterns, we can kind of like play around with. So let's go ahead and pick a new pattern color for her so she can potentially have some new looking babies. So let's go ahead and do black pattern and try that out. So she has 50% black pattern and 50% nibble fingers. And then for Kirk, I think we'll also maybe put in the nimble fingers, and then I'm not sure what else we want to do with him. And then for Annie, she does have a little bit of issues with her eyes. She does have blind eye in there, so I think for sure that we'd want to go ahead and put in normal eyes for her mutation. And then since she is going to go ahead and have black pattern for her babies, potentially, maybe Annie could go ahead and do something different. And we're going to go ahead and play with maybe, should we do white pattern? Do black and white between the two sisters and see what happens with that? I don't really know what's going to happen. Right now we're just kind of experimenting, and keep in mind that this tribe, I have no idea how long this tribe is going to last. It depends when the new updates come out or if things change. So this is just us kind of like playing around and messing with the new mutations. But let's go ahead and see what the next turn is going to go ahead and bring. And generation number 2 has brought in this beautiful little boy. We have a boy right off the bat. Kirk has done a good job. And he has normal eyesight. Very, very happy with that. And he does have nimble fingers. Congratulations. And he has A and B immunity. That is pretty awesome. Fertility issue. Can we do fertility yet? In our mutation menu? That is the question. So, fertility. We can do low fertility. Normal fertility, survive a number of 50 days. Survive 100 days. So maybe fertility is definitely for our like people that we know are going to be breeding. We probably in the future, once they have survived like a lot of days, put in like really good fertility if they're having a little bit of issues doing that. And let's see. I'm not sure what else I want to go ahead and do for Kirk. Maybe Kirk would want to see if he could have violet eyes in his children. Or maybe we want to mess around with something else. Mask. We're going to do violet eyes, okay? We're going to play around. We're going to see what happens. He's going to try to have violet eyes in his children. And then this precious little baby boy. I'm so proud of you. So we have Kirk. Let's go ahead and name you Dirk. Since you are the very first child of Kirk. Oops, something popped up on my computer. But we have little Dirk here. The first son of Kirk. And then what we can do is have precious little Annie. She can go ahead and pop in this nest. And potentially get ready to have her little baby. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of practicing nuts and trying to collect nuts right there. They're not really successful though. And then Lolo, she can come over here and clear up the rest of this island along with Cammy. And I think there's like an issue. I don't know if it's my mouse or if it's just with the new update, since there is some little bit of like glitches and crashing going on, but with the double clicking, not sure if it's my mouse, not sure if it's the game. Oh my goodness, Rosie, good job, honey. You're able to get this mole right there. I'm so proud of you. And then, wait, Moni, you can go ahead and collect this. And then Daisy can come over here and collect over there too. And we can go ahead and have Lolo collect the rest of this up here. And then Kirk, you can kind of stay in the middle between your two mates. Or actually, he can actually breed again, can't he? So let's go ahead and attempt to breed again. And see if they are able to have another baby once she is on a nest. And let's go ahead and see what baby Annie is going to have. So this is pretty exciting to see. And next day is going to bring, ooh, oh my goodness, look at her. So I think, oh my goodness, look. Okay, so since she had the white pattern, I think that definitely affected her baby. So look at this. So we have normal eyesight, which I'm very happy about. Velvet paw, runner's leg, and then black fur and white fur, and then she has red pattern and black pattern. Interesting. So very, very interesting with this. And then immunity as well. So pattern shape is C. This is so interesting, guys. Okay. All right. So precious little baby girl. Razzie. Ooh, I kind of like Razzie. Let's go ahead and leave her name Razzie for now. And she did have the violet in her inactive slot too. So that's pretty cool to see. That probably came from her father having violet eyes in his mutation menu. Right there. Let's go ahead and have Dirk pop out of the nest right here, and then little Lolo can go ahead and pop in the nest, and she can practice collecting or trying to collect different roots. And then Kirk can kind of come over here and meet up with Annie and breed once again. Looks like they have a little bit of trouble breeding. There we go. You know, third time's charm sometimes. Sometimes you need to try a bunch of times. Rosie can go ahead and collect her meat that she was able to get. And then I guess we'll go ahead and station some of the female. Oh my goodness. Why'd you go down there? Don't go down there. It's a scary place. Some of the females closer this way. You can go ahead and get that mole. There you go. Good job. Good job. You did it. I always get so excited when our little nichelings are able to successfully go ahead and get one of those moles. But I guess we'll do a little bit of cracking practice and see if we can go ahead and crack and do a little bit of root collecting practice too. Crack these nuts. A little practicing for our nichelings. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what Lolo's second child is going to go ahead and be. And she has had another little boy. Awesome. Same pattern as his stepsister, or not stepsister, half sister, Razzie over here. They also have that pattern as well. And Duke. Let's go ahead and just name you Duke. Right there. And it is raining, so little Duke has brought the rain, and it looks like there is a bunny, and I think Dirk would be pretty excited. Oh my goodness, Dirk is a really good bunny collector, it looks like. Dirk is able to go ahead and get that bunny, and then we can have little Razzie kind of pop out of the nest, and then Annie can go ahead and pop in this nest and have her baby, and then Lolo can kind of pop out of this nest and do a little potential digging. And then Kirk can kind of move over here, attempt to breed once again, and go ahead and collect this meat from his son, which he is so proud of doing. Let's go ahead and shake this tree and collect these nuts, or try to. We're practicing collecting nuts. Oh, and it looks like, good job, Comey. You're able to collect nuts. I'm so proud of you. Comey, you did it. And then Daisy. Oh, Daisy, you're so pretty. I love her. You can go ahead and collect those. Manny, ooh, looks like there's a mole. Go ahead and get that mole. Good job. Good job, Rosie. Oh, it looks like she has a parasite or a leech on her. Oh my goodness. I didn't even see that. I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and, oh no, move you over here. Anyone else can come over? Oh no, she has a little leech on her. Oh no. Ooh. I don't think anybody can get to her in time. I guess maybe too close to the water. You're able to get leashes on you. That is so sad. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. Go ahead and move you there. There's a mole over there. And then even if we did bring Annie, you wouldn't get there in time. Alright, so you're just gonna have to wait one more turn, Rosie. I'm sorry. And let's go ahead and, oh no, Rosie, I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and get that leech. And then go ahead and lick your wounds. So you should be okay. I am so sorry, Rosie. So sorry. Let's go ahead and collect these berries. And good job, Moni, for helping. And look at this. We have had a very interesting looking male right here. Look at the red hair. And I think the black fur. Your eyesight is doing pretty good, so I'm pretty excited about that. So black fur and moss brown fur. And then you have the red pattern. And then the C shape pattern and the medium density. And you have home island immunity and bee immunity. So Dirkrow. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Didn't we have little Dirk? We have Dirk, Duke, and Dirkrow. So I guess we'll leave your name Dirkrow because that's pretty awesome. And let's go ahead and have little Dirk pop out of the nest, and Lolo can pop back in the nest, do a little bit of potential root collecting. Whoops, and we are back, and there was a little bit of a crash, and I think I might have lost a little bit of footage, but we're ready to go ahead and skip the turn, and we still have our two females, Annie and Lolo, who are about to have their baby. So we're going to have double baby very, very soon. So let's go ahead and see what their babies are going to look like. Oh my goodness, the very first violet-eyed baby. And we had a little white baby over here. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. So this little girl, she is mother of Annie. So let's go ahead and name her Anna, maybe just Anna. Let's go ahead and name her Anna. And she has these really cute violet eyes that were from her father's mutation menu. So that's pretty awesome to see. And her eyesight is good. And she does have beige fur, moss brown fur, and red pattern and black pattern. And she has pattern D-shaped right there. And then we had another little girl. So many girls in this tribe. Oh my goodness. Like, so many girls. She also has the normal eyesight, which I'm very happy about. She has double runner's leg too. White fur, double white fur, awesome. And she has black pattern, red pattern. Great, so I've had my second crash in just like a second. So we're gonna go ahead and rename you to, I think Annie, was it? Little Annie, or no, Anne? Wait, what? Your mother is Annie, so let's go ahead and name you Anne. Right here, and you did inherit the violet eyes like we talked about. And then over here, we're gonna go ahead and name you, Lane. Let's go ahead and name you Laney. Laney, let's go ahead and name you Laney. There you go, precious little baby Laney. And maybe we have too many creatures on this island. I don't know, maybe we should think about moving to the next island very, very soon, between the left or right island. I'm not too sure which one would be the best decision to go ahead and make. I think this island will have more room for all of our creatures, so we might go ahead and go to that one. So maybe we'll do that in the next episode, but let's go ahead and do a quick little collection of all the different resources, all the different berries right there. There we go. And then let's go ahead and move you over here, and you can kind of potentially, we'll have somebody sneak up on that mole in just a second. And then Razzie, let's see, Lolo, I want Razzie to go ahead and practice her digging skill. And then Lolo can kind of come over here and move closer to Kirk and try to have a baby with him. And then we can go ahead and have Annie come closer to Kirk as well and try to have a baby with him too. So we have 2 pregnant females. And then Kirk, why don't you go ahead and practice your digging skill while you're at it. And we'll have you practice your digging skill too. We'll have everybody do, oh, good job. Little Dirk was able to go ahead and collect some roots. And then Duke, and then Dirk, you can kind of come over here. This is the problem when we name like a bunch of our creatures like very similar names. But do a little bit of nut collecting as well. There we go. And shake that tree. Go ahead and get some more nuts and do some berry collecting. And then you're still too little to go ahead and move out of your nest, little one. But we can have Dirkrow kind of pop out of the nest too. He has the very like interesting coloration for him. But I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, and then in the next episode we're going to go ahead and pick either the right or the left island and move our nichelings to a new place to go ahead and explore and see what that is all going to be. And I'm not sure if we're going to end up taking every single one of our creatures, so let's go ahead and see who makes the cut in the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!